Hey, you guys, I'm back already. I just did a video earlier this week and I hadn't planned on doing another one so soon, but like I've said many times before, when the goddess puts something upon us and she presses upon us to do it, I think we should listen. And that's what I'm doing. I'm simply obeying my goddess because she is our mother after all. And that's what children are supposed to do is obey their moms. And that's exactly what the goddess is. When I look at the goddess, that's how I see her. I see her as my mother. I see her as my sister. Sometimes I look deep within and I see her as myself. And I encourage all of you to do the same. And like I said, whenever she puts something upon our heart to do, there's usually a very good reason behind it. So just saying, my opinion is you should listen to the goddess. But moving along, the reason I'm back already is I wanted to talk to you guys about wings of new beginnings, more or less symbolism of the butterfly. And the reason I decided to choose this subject is one, in 40 some days, it'll be 2020, a whole new year. And, I know a lot of us, we get tired of hearing that, new me thing that people get on these kicks, new me and new beginning, new years. And, I know it does get to be a bit much, but, the start of a new year is actually the best time to start, campaigning for a new you. And, all of that, comes together. And what it is just rebirth, rebirth of us, rebirth of, our old self. We need to shed those old habits and the things that no longer serve us. We need to let those things go. And, in all honesty, as corny as it sounds about the new me, it's really the best time to do it. And I went to meet with these ladies this morning, and a long story short, I became friends with these ladies, and now I look more to them as mentors than anything. But I met these ladies and I started visiting with them because I was doing a paranormal series, with my YouTube channel. And I would go and I would listen to their stories, their paranormal experiences that they'd had throughout their life, because both of these ladies are very gifted. And, I was just amazed at, the stories that they had to share, and I talked with them and I gathered information and included it in my little series that I did. And I even shared, some of their stories. But these ladies, like I said, have become friends. They've become mentors to me. And I try to visit them as much as possible, sometimes on a daily basis. They have so much to share. And I'm just so eager to learn. I love my craft. And, there's never, ever a point in time when we can't learn anymore. We're always evolving, we're always growing and learning, and we should continue to grow, evolve, and learn. But as I talk, I'm gonna light an incense. And today I wanted to talk to you, wings of new beginnings, symbolism of a butterfly. And I thought I would use this amber resin incense to clear our space because, amber is really good for, helping you to manifest your intentions. And I think, this is just perfect for what we are getting ready to talk about. So as I talk, like normal, I'm gonna cleanse our space just a bit. And I guess I'm gonna start by just explaining a little bit of what the symbolism of the butterfly represents. And I'm sure most of you already know because it's not hard to figure out, but the butterfly is just a perfect example of change, of transformation, of growth, of new beginnings. Because it starts out as an egg and then it becomes a larvae, then it becomes a caterpillar, and then it turns to the cocoon, and then the new beginning is the butterfly. And many cultures have different beliefs when it comes to the butterfly, and just a few that I would like to share with you is I just remember these from my childhood, as I was growing and learning. And my grandmother would sit me down and she would school me, literally school me, each and every day. I had to learn something about my craft. And back then when I was a kid, I dreaded it. I hated it. But as I became older and I started understanding, I really looked forward to our sessions. And now, today, I'm so very thankful to her, for teaching me because, like I said, there's just so much to learn. We never, ever should stop learning. And anything that we've learned in the past, we can use that to learn in the future. It just keeps evolving, and we should keep evolving. But some of the, I guess, like the folklore of the butterfly, you have to excuse me. This weather change has really got me in a miserable spot with my sinuses. That's part of living in the South, I guess. We have those hot, hot summers and those harsh winters. And I guess this year we're just skipping fall because we went straight into the cold weather. But anyway, butterflies. Cultures, believe different things, and a few of those things are it's bad luck to kill a white butterfly, and the reason for that is I can't remember each and every, culture that it was, but I can remember their beliefs. So I'll share with you what I know, what I can remember. And if it's, piques your interest, please, please, go online, pick up a book, and research it further because, like I said, we've got to keep evolving. That is part of our new beginning, it's just to keep learning and keep growing. And I don't care if you're 20 years old or if you're 70 years old, you're never ever too young to learn and you're never ever too old to learn. So just, keep learning because knowledge is growth, and that's what we're aiming for is growth. And, that's the only way to truly understand your craft and to actually be able to, you know, sit down and use what you've learned to enhance your life, and that's all we're trying to do is we're trying to, manifest our intentions and be the best me and the best you that you can be. And, no one's going to do it for us. No one's going to give us anything for free in this life. We've got to get up and get it. So that's what we're here doing. And they believe that it's bad luck to kill a white butterfly. And the reason for their belief in that is because they believe that the souls of children are within the white butterflies, that the white butterflies are carrying the souls of the children to their their afterlife. And another one is butterflies carry wishes and prayers to the spirit, and depending on what your belief is, it could be the goddess. Native Americans, it could be the great spirit, whatever it is that you believe, Wicca, Mother Earth, nature, witchcraft, paganism, it's the goddess, everyone has a higher power. And I believe that whatever we need our higher power to be, That's what we believe. That's what we put our faith in. And for me, it's the goddess. That's who I connect with. That's who I need. And, for someone else, it may be something different, but we all have a higher power. Of course, unless you're an atheist and you choose not to believe in anything at all. And, you have that right, you have that freedom, but that's just not my belief, system. So, to each their own. And another about the butterfly, if you come across a butterfly and it's trapped, it could be trapped in a spider web, it could be trapped in something, it's just it can't break free. And it's not harmed to where, if you did free it, it couldn't fly away. If it's able to be freed and you free it, you will receive a wish from, the goddess. And another belief that I'm this is one that it stuck with me from my childhood. But some believe that witches take the form of butterflies in order to go places safely and secretively. They believe that they couldn't normally go to these places, because they're witches, so they'll take the form of a butterfly to do so, and to do so safely, and to do so, secretively. Um, uh, Another thing is, if you come across a butterfly with spotted wings, if you can actually, without, harming that butterfly or trapping it, you've got to let it, be free, because that's part of the symbolism. Is this, it's a living, breathing creature, and it's worthy of freedom, just like you and I. It's nothing to be trapped, it's nothing to be caught. If it can, if you come across a spotted butterfly and you can actually count the spots on its wings, actually count each and every spot on its wing, it'll give you the answer to some type of numerical question that you may have. Like, if you're wondering, if you are coming into some money, and you want to know how much money am I coming into, that would be your answer. Or if you're thinking of, you know, how long, will it be? How many months will it be before I get my raise at work, or when I'll get my promotion at work? You count the spots, and that's the answer to your question. But counting those spots, you've got to be able to count them without, hindering that butterfly. You've got to just freely be able to count each and every one of those spots on its wings, and then that will be the answer to your numerical question that you have. I'm trying to think. I can't remember like I used to. Um, okay, something else I wanted to touch on. When doing spell work and you're trying to manifest new beginnings, or, get rid of your old self, bad habits, excess baggage, whatever it is that you're trying to be rid of and to do, to start anew, to be fresh. Um, if you desire to be rid of your old self, your old ways, your old life, include a caterpillar or a butterfly in your spell work, and you can use a live caterpillar or a live butterfly. But, once you finish your spell work, have the decency and the respect to set it free. Don't keep it and jar it up and allow it to die, because, that's of negativity. Anything you do that harms someone or something, that's of negativity. And if you're trying to manifest your intentions and you do so with any type of negativity, that's exactly how your intentions are going to be manifested, and that's going to be negatively. So, just if you do use a live butterfly or caterpillar, once you conclude your spell work, please let it go. And, if you find one that has died, that's okay. Don't kill it intentionally to use in your spell work. Some people, they think that's okay, and and they have that right, but I myself, I don't believe in harming anything for my personal gain, and that, would be that to me. If you go out and you kill something just to use it in your spell work, that's for your personal gain, and I just don't see anything positive coming from a negative action. Negative actions, warrant negative results. It's as simple as that. So just keep that in mind, when you're doing your spell work. Um, Also, I've got a few stones. I'm sure you guys knew that. Where did I put them? And these stones are just some that I thought would be useful in, any type of new beginning magic, or, with the symbolism of the butterfly, the caterpillar, and I'm not going to tell you an actual spell to use, because I'm a big, big believer in making your own spells. If it comes from you, and you're using it to manifest your intention, it's going to be just packed full of your energy, and it's going to manifest so much better, so much quicker, just so much more beautifully. So, just remember that, you can get spells offline, and you can get spells out of books, because I do it all the time. I have tons of spell books at home, but for the most part, I make my own spells, and I don't do anything fancy. I don't go out and buy no expensive, ingredients or tools, just plain Jane, simple and basic. And that works best for me, because it's not the things you use, it's not the tools, it's not the ingredients. It's from your heart, it's your intention, it's your energy, it's you, it's all within you, and everything you need is within you. So just remember that as well. But I just wanted to bring a few stones, and the first one that I brought, and these are smaller stones, like I've said before. They don't have to be anything huge or expensive. This right here is a agate, and the reason I chose it is it's good for meditation, it's good for courage, it's good for strength, it's really good for love magic and protection. And I think all of those aspects are just, they're all good things, to help you manifest a new beginning. And I think this is a good stone to include. And, like I said, if you don't have the money to go out and buy a bunch of assortment of stones, you can go outside and find a stone, in the yard. And like I said, cleanse it, program it, and, put your energy in it. And it's all your intention. Intention is key. So just, remember that as well. And another one that I thought was a good one is, this is a raw stone, but this is moonstone, and this stone is actually referred to as a new beginning stone. So of course we had to include moonstone, but it's good for inner growth. It's a inspirational stone. It helps you to become inspired and to want to do better, to want to do, positive works. And it's a good stone to manifest success, self success. It makes you, see the need, and you'll have the desire to want to do better for yourself. And this is just a really good stone to include. In fact, if you don't have any other, stone when you're doing a new beginning type of spell work, or manifesting that intention, try to get you a little piece of moonstone, because like I said, it's actually called the stone of new beginnings, and it's perfect, and it's dripping in a goddess energy as well. So it's a good stone. It's a lunar stone. It's a good stone to use for this type of you know intention manifesting. So just remember, moonstone is the go-to stone for new beginnings. Another one that I brought is, it's just a little small flat palm stone of sodalite. And I chose the sodalite because it's a really good stone for self-esteem, for self-trust, for emotional balance. And if you want to work on opening your third eye, or maybe opening it wider to see more clearly with your third eye, sodalite is a really good stone for that. So I thought it would be a good one to include in our new beginnings spell work. And just one other stone, and it's a small one as well, and it's just a piece of tiger iron. And a lot of you are probably thinking, that doesn't really seem to be a stone that, goes along with the other stones. But the reason I'm including the tiger iron is because it's good for building up your energy. It's good for building up your stamina. It's good for centering yourself. And, those traits may not really go along with, new beginnings, because, when you think of new beginnings, you're thinking of, courage and strength, wisdom, self love, But I wanted to include the tiger iron because of the fact that it helps, raise your energy. It helps raise your stamina, it helps you to center yourself. And in a new beginning spell, you've got to work hard, and I think you need your energy, to be raised. And I think you need to have stamina, and you need to center yourself. And not only that, the tiger iron is a cousin to the jasper, and jasper is really good for grounding. And jasper also is a long acting stone. It doesn't work fast, but it works slowly. But it's a reliable worker. It's gonna keep on working, and till your spell is manifested and it's done. It's going to keep working long after you finish that spell. So I just thought it was a good one to include as well. And like I said, that's just 4 little stones. But if you don't have stones, you don't have to have stones. That's just the beauty of our craft. It's all within us. I also thought some herbs to include. I was thinking roses and rosebuds. And it's cold, so our supply is limited. But like the rosebuds, and that one got away. You know, rosebuds, they're of the rose, and roses are of love, and that includes self love, that is happiness, that is inner peace and harmony. And another, thing to keep in mind is whenever you're working with herbs and or candles, stones, anything you're working with, and you may be having trouble remembering what is good for what, look at the color, what colors correspond, and you can use a red rose, it doesn't have to be pink, but we're using pink because of self-love. And use your colors. If you don't know, use your colors. And another thing, if you're not sure, sit down and just meditate for a moment, and ask the goddess to show you, to help you. And, you know, you may pick something that isn't even tied to any of those traits, but for you, that's what you need to include. So that's what you need to include. You may go outside and for some reason something's telling you to include a pine cone, and you're doing a new beginning spell and you would think, it doesn't correspond with those traits, but trust your instinct, follow your heart. If you feel that that's what you need to include, then that's what you need to include. And like I said, it's more or less what's within you. It's your intention. That's the key. I can't say it enough. I can't say it well enough, but it's your intention. And one other one I thought would be a good one, and this is just some fresh that I picked, but it's thyme, and it's from the mint family, and it's really good for strength and courage. And like I said, it's getting cold weather, so our sources are limited, and it's also a lot of it's already, drying out the leaves and everything, so which is kind of a good thing because then you can go ahead and go pick you some fresh thyme and it's already dried out. You don't have to wait. You can go ahead and use it, but I'm totally for using fresh herbs and spell work. I prefer the dried ones, but fresh is fine, just like, with your rose petals. If they're fresh, go ahead and pluck them and use them because it's all in the intention. That's key. The tools you use, the ingredients you use, they enhance your spell work. They enhance it, but it's all in your intention. I can't stress that enough. And lastly, one thing is this. This is nothing more than a pomegranate twig that I broke off the pomegranate tree. And the reason I chose this is because pomegranates are, and you could use this as a wand. You could use it, if you're mixing, or you could just simply hold it and connect with it and just include it. You could just lay it on your altar, lay it on your workspace, and just, let it hang out with you while you work because it's not our actions, it's not our ingredients, it's not our tools, it's our intention. But, the things we use enhance our work, it raises our energy. And pomegranate is just, it's got a lot of attributes in protection and wisdom, and both of those are important in any type of spell work, but especially this spell work. And that's just some things I wanted to share with you about new beginnings, and symbolizes the butterfly. And while I've got you here for a moment, of course, if I said anything that resonates with you, please like and subscribe. But I also want to touch quickly on I'm sure a lot of you have noticed it. When I do my videos, I'm tapping my stones and I'm, making noise with my herbs, and the reason for that is I just want to include just a little touch of ASMR in my videos because, I believe that, energy is in everyone. Energy is in everything. Energy is in our actions that we do. It can be our sight, it can be our sound, it can be touch, it can be our thought, smelling the incense, that's raising our vibrations, that's producing more energy. And I just think these little things can, stir feelings up in us, and that can cause our own energy to rise and cause our own vibrations to rise. And, in order to accomplish anything of a positive work, you want your vibration way, way, way up because low vibrations is nothing more than negativity. And like I said, negative actions, all they do is cause negative results. And that's not what we're here for. We're here to learn, we're here to grow, to share, but we're also here to manifest our intentions and to find happiness, peace, love, you know. So I just wanted to include that. So if you're curious of the tapping or, you know, the little noises, I think the ASMR, you know, enhances our energy, you know, in rising our vibrations. And I just wanted to say that. And till next time, just remember, if you believe, you will receive. See you guys later. Bye.